To spy intelligence ring? What, Andy the Veg?
I don't know why they got me, but I've got to get out. I've got to deliver the bags.
Plastic bags?
No, brown bags with papers in them. If I'm delivering them, they'll fire me. I can't get fired. I've got enough trouble getting a job as it is.
No, really?
I have gifts in them. I can't get fired.
You know, maybe you can get a job in a salad, Andy the Veg.
You call me that?
Alone!
What's it to you?
You've got him enough.
And you are?
Gene, and I like being left alone.
I bet it's like I spend everything.
You've got a mouth that needs shutting.
Well, come zip it then.
Knock it out of there!
What? No square dancing? We'll settle this later.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna see a cat fight. Hey, you wanna see a cat fight, Viv?
Don't you call me that. See what you did?
Why can't everyone just leave him alone?
Well. My mother's getting younger these days. Hey, you wanna rock him to sleep? I'll get you a rock.
What have you got to be almighty about?
Oh, me? Well, I shouldn't be in here. So I got balloon breath, so I was a little drunk. If booze rots my guts, they're mine to rot.
I'm for that.
Yeah, shut up. Anyways, I'm not the menace on the streets. You know who is? Old people. So I was driving on the interstate on Monday, 60, 65. We're going bumper to bumper though, rush hour traffic, you know. And it's like somebody put up a wall. These two old geezers are bumping along in the center right lane. I'm sitting here during happy hour, practically parked. People to the left are going like 90. I see this long, clear stretch on the right, and I think, okay. So I whip her on over to the shoulder, and I pass those fools going 70, 80, 90. Man, and I see this pole up ahead, right? Now Sammy, right here, he's my buddy. He's always a real old lady about my driving. So I head straight for that pole. Man, I got so close.
Get back on the boat, man!
Sammy just fell over.
Great story. You almost killed you and your friend.
Never even came close. And I can tell how far something is in front of the car no matter how fast I'm doing. I can tell even better after a few drinks.
Stinking thinking.
What?
You call it stinking thinking. My brother was an alcoholic. They sent him to rehab after his third fall. They call it stinking thinking.
Who are you calling an alcoholic?
Drunks rationalize everything.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm coming off my little buzz every second. How about you? Think I don't see the signs? The looks, the shakes. Yeah, I'm getting better every second. How about you? How about her? I haven't made a comprehensive junkie count.
Shut up!
Yeah, okay. I'm getting better every second. How about you?
I wonder if there's some primitive place left in the world. A place with beaches and trees, with warm weather all year, so children could play by it all. They could run on the sand and chase each other in the surf like dolphins.
Uncle Carrie, you're staying tonight, aren't you? You promised.
Of course, I'll be there. I wouldn't need much. Just a nice quiet place near the beach.
Uncle Carrie, don't go. Stay tonight, too.
I'll keep you again Friday. You pick the books we read. I wouldn't need much. I'd stay there forever. Or until the machines started coming in. Machines are the evil in us. We look for something to kill. Like I killed.
He's a dead Carrie. Don't think about it.
What else can I think about? Every night, for the rest of my life, I'll see that blonde head and that striped shirt. I'll see it for a split second before I crush it under the machine. before I tried to drive so far and so fast that it didn't actually happen. And I'll see the red, the water from the mother's eyes, the wheeling bed, the door swinging closed, redder and more horrible than if I'd actually seen it. I'll try not to scream because my throat already hurts so much, but I'll scream anyway, and it won't even dry one drop of the red. I'll try to keep my eyes open, but they'll sink again, and I'll see it all over.
Uncle Terry? Uncle Terry?
I hope I don't have many nights.
Hands inside the bars, girl.
What's she gonna do? Diddle?
You know the girl's pinky.
Yeah, I know.
You, in the corner, you ready to talk? You know you're just making it hard on yourself. Okay?
Keep your head up, kid. Don't say anything. They can't pin anything on you.
Or they'll stick you with everything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be around the personality.
Yeah, it's like, no, really, officer. I was just standing there, and these 6 guys jumped in front of my machine gun. Bah, 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 bah.
You don't have to do anything. Can't you hear me? They don't listen.
Nobody believes anybody in here anyway. Can't find your lunchmate wrong.
We've been smoking, a bunch of us, just sitting around listening to some music, and it got to where everything was funny. We smoked more, and it got funnier and funnier, and then it just dropped. I was so bored. I could have eaten the walls to get out of there. So Hank says,
Why don't we go get some beers, huh?
I didn't want any, but it was better than staying there. So we got in the cars, we pulled up at the Pack Mart. I could see the guy inside playing some video game. He didn't even look at Hank when he walked in, just kept moving his shoulders like guys do in the Destroying the Universe. So Hank grabbed 2 6-packs out, and he kept bugging the guy to wait on him, but the guy just kept saying,
Just a second.
like he was going for the Guinness Book or something. Hank was still pretty far gone, and he kicked the plug out. The guy came unglued. He pushed Hank up against the wall, and Hank found a knife in his pocket or on the counter and shoved it in the guy's face. The guy dropped, and Hank didn't know what to do, so he grabbed the can and hit him on the face. Hank panicked. He just kept shaking his head from side to side, just shaking his head. He came out and he pushed me in the car.
We gotta go. They'll know it was us.
I didn't do anything.
You're with me, aren't you?
I didn't do anything. He was just so mad. I didn't want to cross him. So we stayed on back roads to avoid the interstate.
Once we get to the city, we'll just fade into the crowd.
We got into the city about sunrise, and by then he got even crazier. His eyes kept twitching from side to side, and he just kept going everywhere. He saw a cop parked by the curb, and he just went nuts. He sped off 50 miles an hour. That cop wasn't even looking at us. But once he saw Hank speed off, he called all the cops in the world. Hank was cutting corners and shredding lampposts, and I just fell to the floor. I kept saying, Hank, stop! Just please stop! But he wouldn't listen. He turned down an alley, and at the last second, he tried to stop, and he hit a truck. It hit his side first, and I guess I passed out because I saw red. When I woke up, Hank was bent over the wheel. They told me he was going to be okay. But I don't know. I don't know. Your lawyer.
Lawyer? I don't need a lawyer. It's going to be fixed.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Sims. Your father sent me.
I don't need a lawyer. It's all going to be fixed.
Stores are prosecuting nowadays. It's a matter of policy.
They don't put this in the papers, do they?
No.
Good, because if it got back to school, I don't know what I'd do. I couldn't face that.
Tell me what happened.
I pleaded with Mother for this close, but she wouldn't listen. So there wasn't any other way. I took 2 clothing pieces off the rack. I put one underneath my clothes, and the counter was busy, or the clerk was busy, so I put the rest on the counter. I tried to leave, but she caught me, and she saw the clothes. They called the police, just called the police after I told them who I was. Surely Daddy can do something.
We'll do our best to emphasize first defense.
Can I go home now?
It's pretty crowded downstairs.
When will that be?
I'll call your father and we'll see if we can schedule you out.
Guard?
We'll do our best to get you out.
So, are they going to give you the chair? Or are you hoping for the lethal injection?
Why is everyone your personal target?
Because you all deserve it. Look around here. Juvenile detention. Why aren't you all the pick of the crop, though?
Aren't you in here too?
Junior, inside, just like outside, you have an order of things. You have your higher forms, and then you have your crawling little things getting away through the dirt.
You're scum.
I am former scum. Scum. The streets are full of earth eaters, and I see they get taken every day. It's everybody else's turn. I've had mine. I was on the receiving end, hanging out with losers, scratching for a connection with some fourth-rate stuff so laced with powdered sugar, you're more likely to get diabetes than anything else. Then I took a look around. I'd been in for extortion, 2-bit theft, and burglary, and I'd see nothing but the same face as me. So I figured if I was going to go down, it might as well be worth it. So I moved it to management, and all those empty eye sockets would come to me on my terms. Whatever I wanted, they came through with it. And if someone crossed me or undercut me with somebody else, they might not get theirs for a while, or cut their stuff way down, make them think they slip deeper. Oh, you ought to see them panic when they come back and say it wasn't enough. So maybe somebody catches you at it, cutting the stuff. What are they going to do, call the cop? If they kick you, just jump back and say, hey man, mistakes happen. Here's some better on the house. And you slip him maybe 3 times the strength he's used to. Or you add a little more strychnine in it than usual. You won't have that problem again. Word hits fast when someone comes up gagging. Maybe business slacks off for a day or 2. But then those smiling jerks are knocking on your door again like you're the Candyman and the guardian angel all rolled into one.
Once a junkie.
Nah, I don't do that hard stuff anymore. Maybe once in a while, rarely. No sweating for me, man, no sweat. They can keep me a week, man, I'll be alright. 2 weeks, I'm good. How you feeling, scum?
Don't you ever quit? Single file line!
Hey, you in the corner. Got anything to say yet? Okay.
They want me to talk. But I can't. I've done my listening, and I've done my talking. I've heard enough. Footsteps in the night, the old lady sneaking in the front door, the old man sneaking out the back. Who were they sneaking from? Neither of them could have cared any less. I've heard the blows falling, and the screaming, and the cursing. I've heard the knife come out of the drawer, and the footsteps running into the yard. I've heard the neighbors yelling, and the sirens pull up to the house. I've heard the lies that cover up the violence. And I've heard the cops pull away, and the fists begin again. So I don't talk. And I don't listen. By now, there's nothing left to say.